Hi, I'm Bruce McCutcheon from Bite Size Images, and today I'm going to show you how I edit the audio from the Music Cellar concerts. I use Adobe Audition to do my editing, and this year I was lucky enough to be able to get 4 separate groups off the mixer, so I've actually got one track for the drums, one track for the guitars, one for vocals, and one for keyboards. So it gives me a little bit of flexibility in terms of how I mix this together. First thing I need to do is find out what the name of the song is, and usually Brenda announces that before the song itself, so I'm just going to put I can tell she's about to say something right about down here, so I'm just going to hit the play button.
This next song is our Beatles representation. It's called Lady Madonna.
Okay, so it's Lady Madonna. So over on the side, you can't see it, but I've got a notepad of all the different songs that were played during the concert series. And I'm just simply going to drag and drop here and just highlight a selection and do a Shift F8, and that lets me put in a marker. And I'm going to call this track 19 and Lady Madonna, the Beatles. Okay, now I can fine-tune this a little bit, so I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. So there's the drum tick. I like to get the start of the song pretty close. And I'll just zoom out over here and zoom in over here. And I can tell this is the end of the song, and Brenda starts to speak right about here. So it doesn't matter really where I end the song, just as long as I give it, 10 or 15 seconds after it's done. So that's good. Okay, so what you see here on the screen are what they call volume envelopes. So if I move this line up and down, that will adjust the volume of that particular track. Because I don't want to affect any other track, I need to stick in a couple of nodes here. So I'm going to stick in 2 here. And I do it just before the instrument's going to kick in, so it hears the vocals. So I'm going to stick a couple of notes here. Keyboard's always pretty silent because it's a line in. There's never really any noise. Here, there's a microphone. You're picking up ambient sounds or somebody speaking. Even here, just before the vocals start to kick in, you're actually getting probably the drums bleeding through the microphone. So I like to cut that off. So I'm just going to bring that down a little bit. Actually, I did that wrong. Let me try it again. There we go. And same thing here. So it's all nice and quiet before the song starts up. And one more for the keyboards. There we go. Bring that down. And I'll just move to the end of the song. There we go. And here you can just hear the drums coming out. Boom. Okay. So probably right about there. We'll fade out the drums. There we go. We'll fade out the guitars and fade out the keyboards. Boom. So there we go. Okay. Perfect. I could actually put a couple of nodes here where Brenda starts to speak, because that way if I adjust the volume on the left side here, it's not going to affect anything on the right side. Okay, so let's take a listen here to the overall, here we go. So right off the bat, you can tell everything's a little bit oversaturated a little bit, so I'm just going to reduce the volume. Actually, what I like to do is I just like to isolate the drums for a second and take a listen to it, and I just watch the meter. Drums not too bad. They're hitting about -3 decibels, which is pretty good. Now it's just a little bit of hi-hat, a little bit lower. So that actually sounds pretty good. So let's bring in the guitars. A little bit hot. So bring that down a little bit. I just do it by feel. Okay, that sounds not too bad. Let's bring in the keyboards by themselves. Again, a little bit hot. So I'm going to bring it down. Actually, let's go back and listen to it again. That doesn't sound too bad. Let's bring in the guitar. A little more guitar, maybe. Okay, now let's listen to the guitar at the beginning. It's a little quieter there, I noticed. You can actually see it on the wave structure here. I'm just gonna give that a little boost. Maybe right about there, like so. And just raise that up a bit. Just subtle. Then you can see the volume comes down on guitars. Good. There we go. So far that all sounds not too bad. Now I just gotta bring in the vocals and see what that sounds like. So I'll bring those in. Actually, I can just turn them all off. That S button was solo, so.
Friday night arrives without a suitcase.
There we go.
Sunday morning creeping like a nun.
Okay, so let's turn them all.
Monday's child has learned to tie his bootlace.
It's not bad. Now I just want to watch the volume, or the indicators here, the levels. It's still a bit hot. So I'm going to bring them all down maybe like a half a decibel. Boom. Or maybe 1 decibel. That should be good. And because I got some envelope nodes here, I got to go both sides and bring those down a little bit. There we go. And bring that down about a decibel. And same thing with the keyboards. Bring that down. And I just don't want to oversaturate it at this point. I'm just doing the mix. It's not too bad. Oh, here's a hot spot right about here. Here. Ooh, pretty close. Still not hitting the red zone. Let's check the last part of the song. Okay, that all looks pretty good. Sounds very nice. Okay, so that's how we do the songs. And we're just about done here. And drums go out, guitars go out. All that's left is vocals.
Nice job. And
actually, what I like to do too. Okay, there's the kazoo. Yeah. Sometimes what I'll do too is, if I want a really nice clean sound, is if the vocals aren't, if the singers aren't singing, I'll actually reduce the volume in that period so that, you know, the guitars are a little more clear. You're not getting all that extra noise. But yeah, that's it for this song, and hope you enjoyed that.